Well, see, the NSX-T installation is going on, okay, and in the app cluster. So in between, I want to say one thing, which is basically there is a two part, okay. So it is, you can show the part one, okay. This is a basically three part we have to configure. That means three part I have to divide it, okay, three part. Number one is for the NSX associated associated VC. Number two, node configuration. Number three is for the host configuration. So these three part they are complete the NSX installation, okay. NSX installation. Okay, so NSX application associated the VC node configuration host and NSX installation. So this is very crucial. And one more thing, this is all the parts. If it is done, then we can do the configuration, the networking tab, and create the tier 0 and tier 1, okay, and segment, okay. So basically this segment. So one more thing, and in that case we can see this 80% installation it is going on. That's good, but in between in the meantime I want to say what is now SDN. This is most important. This is called software defined networking, which is most important part. The software defined networking means if you have a virtualization and you can control centralized system, like this is your centralized system, okay. This is centralized system that can be control router, that can be control your switch and all those things. So what the VTAP, I told you VTAP, and as well as overlay, okay. This is most important part. So there is also overlay is working, which is called GNF, GNF applicable protocol. Okay, so these things is required for it. So that's the features about that part. Okay, so almost it is 48% done. As you see, this 48% done is done. So it is going on. So stay on this, and after this finished, we'll be say few notes. Okay, so this is nothing else. You just click over this and configure the NSX. Okay, just like this. Okay, so if you go to this, okay, you just click and you can configure. And before that you need to create a transport node profile. Okay, transport node profile means if you have a one kind of profile which can be your NSX box, okay. This is your NSX box can be communicate to where the cluster is there. Suppose is I in my lab say app cluster is there, okay. So app cluster, I need to, this NSX configuration is required in the app cluster. That's why this profile is required. And that profile, once you have created that profile, then we can configure this cluster. Okay, so this is the main thing. So nothing else. So now it is 40% is happened. So we need to wait for a few minutes. Then it will be done completely in host profile. Okay, once it's done host profile, then we can be do all the components and configure, and all the information from NSX can be reflected to the application cluster. Okay, so stay online. Well, that is successfully done. You can say this is successfully done. Okay, this is success has been done, and it is waste tab. We can get it, and we can get the IP address and tape IP address. Okay, so if you see that tape IP address and all those things, like if you click on more, so you can see two IP address 10.0, 12 and 13, and also you can get this IP address 12 and 13. Okay, so now if we see this app local lab, and if you vkernel product, so you can see the NSX overlay is there, and hyperbus overlay is basically where is the communication about it. Okay, and if you go to the nodes, and so these nodes can be one TIFF file will be there. Okay, so if you see this TIFF file basically communicate to this your host. Okay, so no, you can see the TIFF IP over this 10 wanted the G10 and 11. But what is that is nodes and this host basically component. Because of this, because there is suppose my nodes is created like my nodes is basically play like my logical router. Okay, logical router. Okay, so in that case we have required for this logical router connected to my app cluster. Okay, app cluster. So what so in this app cluster I have created my segment. Okay, so this segment can be communicated over this router. So this logical router deploy in the management clusters. Okay, so management cluster is communicated to this app cluster over this overlay. So overlay this part it will require for the tape IP address. Over this tape IP address they have communicated to management to the app cluster. Okay, so that's why it is required for this tape IP. So this is very important part. Okay, and we need to understand about this. So this is the tape IP, this is my host, and also we get this tape IP address. Okay, so all things has done. This is called NSX installation. We have created 3 videos about the part 1 for the associate the vCenter, second part the only for node profile and node cluster, and third part the host profile. So thank you guys, and we'll see.